Slightly Staked. Written by E.L. Smith. Narrated by P.J. Farhall. Chapter 1. Oh, give it a rest, Darius. It was 200 years ago. You sold us cases of bad blood and nearly killed my entire family. Ooh, the infamous wedding day almost massacre. So you had a little diarrhea and good old Grandpa shat himself to death. He was old. It was his time. He was one of our elders, a town elder. His death was your responsibility. Yes, I know, Darrell said with a wave of his hand. Now do you want the cabbage or not? Yes, I want the damn cabbage. Darius snarled and grabbed his grocery bag. He whipped around toward the door. Wait, Darrell called out. What now? Do you have something else for me? Another way to kill off my family? Darrell tossed a plastic bottle at him. You forgot your sunscreen. As his arm shot out, catching the bottle, Darius turned, fangs descending menacingly. Darrell rolled his eyes. The glass door slammed shut as the other man left the grocery store. He's never going to forgive you for his grandfather's death, you know. Nikolai dropped a sack of flour on the counter. No, probably not, Darrell agreed and pushed a hand through his hair. But it wasn't me, it was the supplier. I wouldn't sell anyone a tainted product on purpose. That would put me out of business real fast. Nikolai tipped his head to one side. Maybe you should mention that? I have, he said, many times over the years. The bell over the door rang again, and both men turned in its direction. A slender redhead stepped into the store. Keen blue eyes swept over the shelves before stopping on Nikolai and Darrell. Pardon me, she said. A faint European accent raised the flesh on Darrell's arms. Do either of you gentlemen know why the hotel is closed? I'll be staying a few days and need to check in, but the doors are locked. Darrell pasted on a smile and tamped down the wary feeling the stranger evoked. We don't get many visitors wishing to stay overnight at the hotel. They usually stop, have a drink or two, and leave town the same day. He glanced at Nikolai. If there are no guests, they sometimes lock up to do chores. I'll give Marcus a call. He'll be at the doors in a few minutes. Marcus? She inquired. Gregore. He's the owner, she replied. A smile slowly stretched across her face, showing straight white teeth. Perfect. Thank you. Picking up the phone, Darrell exchanged another glance with Nikolai. Marcus, he said when the call was answered, head over to the hotel. You have a guest waiting to drop in. He listened to Marcus curse a few times, then continued. Drop over when you're finished. You'll know why when you meet her. What's wrong? Nikolai asked. Don't you recognize her? Darrell asked. She's the spitting image of someone we ran into a long time ago. In Transylvania. Who, damn it? Lina Harker. Impossible, Nikolai said and shook his head. Lina Harker died centuries ago. Darrell, Nikolai, and Marcus huddled around a table at the Lone Tree coffee shop. Glancing up briefly to acknowledge the platinum blonde waitress as she placed a full coffee pot on the table, they returned in earnest to their conversation. Paulina Harker, Marcus said, but she said to call her Lina, and listed her home address in England. Why would someone come all the way from England to stop here, in Climax of all places? I'll tell you why, Darrell said, and cast a furtive look over his shoulder at the cafe owner lurking in the doorway to the kitchen. She's picking up where her grandmother left off. Traced the Grigori family to Climax, and now she's out to finish us off once and for all. Why would she care about a small family of vampires living halfway around the world? Marcus said. At Darrell's shrug, he leaned in on one elbow and thrust his chin in the direction of the cafe owner. If it's true, should we tell them? Them can hear you, Daniela said, and pushed at her white blonde bob as she strode past the table. Darrell laughed as he met the waitress's gaze, but kept his voice low. It would be a good way to get rid of the Petrescu clan once and for all, but it wouldn't be right. So what do you want to do? Marcus asked. Darrell sighed.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?